Hello and welcome to the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Car.Ross Sr. And this platform was created to motivate and to inspire in hopes that you will become a better you. I want to make sure I give a shout out to my co-host, Miss Shantha Caldwell.
Hello, everyone.
What's happening, Shantha? How you doing today?
You know, as my granddad would say, it's good to be seen and not viewed, baby.
Yes, sir. You know,
so I'm happy. I'm grateful to have another day.
I know, right? I want to give a shout out to all those that are listening in the North Carolina area, those that are listening in Brussels, Belgium. Did you learn your Flemish?
May I have a refresher right quick?
Tongzi is goodbye and dag.
Dag. I got it.
And hello.
Hello. All of that. I got it.
Bonjour to our brothers and sisters over there in Brussels, Belgium, the part where they speak French. We want to say hello, and those that speak Dutch over in that area, we want to make sure that we give you a shout out. Thank you guys for listening. Shout out to our folks over in Senegal. We just got a new listener in Malaysia, Shantha.
Malaysia?
I know, right?
Wow.
I love it.
Wow. Malaysia.
To our Russian family. Listen, we want to say hello to, want to make sure that we say free Brittany Griner. Sister, we love you, and we are rooting for you over here in the States, especially here at the Ross Cloud Podcast. We love you, and please come home real soon. Please free her right now. We missing her over here in the States. We love you. She has loved ones that are rooting for her, that are waiting on her. Come on, let's get on that job and get her home, all right? Shout out to those that are listening here stateside. And listen, if I've forgotten you, then please forgive me. You know I love you. Much love from us to you from the Ross Cloud Podcast. We love you. So today's topic, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Shantha, we're going to talk about gossip.
You walking heavy on this day. It's early. It's before 12 o'clock.
I know.
You just how you want to walk into it.
We're just going to go ahead and
You want to walk into lunchtime with the word gossip. The G word.
The G word. You got a meaning for me? I know you.
Now you know I'm all about that dictionary.
Go ahead and give us the gossip.
What you want? Synonyms, antonyms?
I want all of it. Go ahead and give
pull it
all
up.
And I know you. Go ahead and give it to us in the Greek, if you can.
Well, I'm going to give you several. You know, because you gotta hit all the brain waves.
Come on, give it to us.
So we have gossip, right?
Yeah.
Gossiping, gossiped,
Yes.
all of those.
All of that, right?
So a few of these definitions. So we're going to cover them all.
Let's go ahead and cover them all.
A person who habitually spreads.
Not habitual.
Continually. Always. All of those. Okay. A person who habitually spreads intimate or private rumors or facts. That would be your noun. Okay.
Okay.
Rumor or talk of a personal, sensational, or intimate nature. To engage in or spread gossip, right? That would be like the verb. You gossiped about the neighbors.
Gotcha.
Right? To gossip means to tell secret information to another person.
Shame.
You're passing on personal details.
Shame.
Is a form of gossip. Okay? If you're revealing personal information about others. A person who chatters or repeats idle talk and rumors. Private affairs of others. Can you just stop talking about the private affairs and personal business of others? Because if you do that, you are what?
A gossiper.
You are a gossiper. So idle talk about someone that is not present.
Yeah.
You're gossiping.
Absolutely.
Because you usually, like, I dare you gossip about me in my face. You can't do that, right? I can't be present.
No.
Right.
It would be better if you did.
Well,
it still would probably have some damaging effects, but at least you know where that person's coming from.
Well, I think
at
the
least
gossip,
you know how they think about you.
Yeah, the gossip is more about spreading.
I got you. Going from person to person.
You're spreading it. I'm going. Did we say again? Habitually spreading.
Habitual.
That means you keep on doing it. I can't wait to leave this room because when I go over Jean's house,
I got something juicy to say.
I'm going to tell it over there too. And then I'm going to go over Pam's house and I'm going to tell it over there too. Habitually spreading intimate or private rumors or facts. Like, just because they're facts doesn't mean that you need to be spreading them.
I agree.
Okay.
I totally agree with
so
that.
So some people think that, gossip is okay if it's facts. It's not.
It's not.
It's not okay for you to spread it.
Nah.
But,
we living in a day in society where that is like the norm. We look at what's happening with our stars. When I say stars, those who have a great deal of influence. Let's say that. Okay, 'cause the word star just scares me. But fame and fortune, sometimes they become subject to gossip.
Correct.
In our society, and we know, like I said, it's the new norm. People are building their platforms off of gossip. Now, hey, listen, I'm not knocking it because I know that it comes with. I know that if you're in the limelight, there's a great deal of things that you have to deal with when it comes to your private life.
Correct. If there's such a thing.
If there's such a thing. So,
see, what people,
with people in the public.
What people think they can do. See, you can't have it both ways.
You can't.
That's like, I tell people all the time, like, I have never desired to be famous.
Right.
Or, like, for the world to know who I am. Like, for what? Yeah, like, is that really necessary? I don't know. Because I don't see myself as a celebrity or a famous person. However, you can't have it both ways. Like, you can't want to have millions and millions of followers on social media or anywhere and not think that the gossip or that platform or that you open yourself up to that.
Absolutely.
So what I think is interesting is, like, people just don't like the G word. Like, they don't want to be called out like you gossiping, right?
Yeah.
So I like to say, okay, well, maybe you don't want to use that word. How about if you are a chatterbox? Let's go through these synonyms.
That's a good one too, though.
Yeah, you little chatterbox. She's just a little chatty.
Yeah.
You know what that is? That means she's gossiping.
Sometimes children, when they're growing up, they're a little chatty. And,
little chatterbox.
And we teach our kids, hey, whatever's happening in this house.
Hey.
Don't you take it out of here.
The extremely talkative person is a what? Chatterbox.
A chatterbox, right.
Or people use this one, I heard through the grapevine.
I heard.
That grapevine is a rumor.
It's your
okay.
That I'm about to lose my mind, right?
That grapevine.
Yeah.
How about a meddler?
Ooh, I haven't heard that in a long time.
Ooh,
you meddling in somebody's business.
If you had a grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Or an auntie that lived to be around 80.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you heard that. Why is you meddling in them people's business?
Stop gossiping.
You are a meddler. You one who interferes in what?
Other people's affairs.
Something not of your concern.
Not of your concerns. Now, let me say this. Let me play devil's advocate. Do you think that there is a responsibility that people that have great influence and, if you would, fame, have a responsibility to, there's an accountability piece on their part?
To do what?
To be careful on how they do certain things? Now, this is just me asking a question, just a broad question. Like, do you think that they should be careful in how they carry themselves, or should they just continue on like they are and don't really worry about care about what nobody thinks?
Well,
it's almost like a
I will say this.
Tough one, ain't it?
Now, there are so many levels to stardom and fame and whatever.
I agree.
However, if I am speaking from an adult perspective.
Come on.
If you're an adult and you are making decisions to be professional or unprofessional, if you are walking in integrity or if you're walking in ratchetness, you just need to be prepared for the repercussions and the consequences.
Exactly.
So if you want to be Will Smith and go up at the Oscars and slap somebody in their face, then you need to be prepared for the repercussions and the consequences.
Great.
However, if you choose to let it go, then you be prepared for that too. You either want to be, because
it's like
you gotta pick.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because somebody's going to say something, whether you're doing good.
Right, it's not going to matter.
It's not
at that point. People are going. Well, how can I say this? People's perceptions are their reality.
I believe that,
and I have just learned that seriously, in my own life, my 45 years.
I got you.
I can remember back as a teenager, if people thought I was a certain thing, that was their perception of me.
Okay.
So that's their reality. Now, it might not have been true.
Right.
Like I used to have people say, even like males and females, like, oh gosh, I just thought you were so mean. Like, where'd you get that from? Like, ain't nothing about me mean.
I've never known you to be mean.
Ever. I just thought you were just mean. And I'm like, that was your perception? But that's what you thought? So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know where they got that from.
Maybe I'm speaking from a place of familiarity with you, though. I can't, I know you. So it's easy for me to say, what? You thought that?
Like, that's so strange to me because I think assertive? I'm super...
And don't play no games? Okay, yeah, I can say that. You're assertive if somebody, if it's offensive, then you're gonna speak up for yourself.
Well,
Let me say that.
Very what you see is what you get person.
Right.
But that's never been mean.
Nah, I don't think that's mean.
It may be kind of like, I don't know, in your face. I've heard that.
Okay.
But I don't even really see that.
Right.
I'm only in your face if you would like for me to be.
Right.
I don't desire to be.
Right.
Just in your face. You want me over there? Oh, I'm coming.
Right. Correct.
But if you don't,
okay,
I'm good too.
Right.
So let's talk about babbler.
That's another
Lord.
Another word.
Babbling. Backbiters. See, all of those things fall into these gossip people.
Let me read this right here. It says low morale. Excessive gossiping creates what you just said, a backstabbing environment that can become an unbearable place to work. Low morale leads to higher turnover rates, which can place the organization at a competitive disadvantage. Hindering teamwork, gossip can be detrimental to in work situations that require collaborations. Absolutely. Whatever it is that you're doing, it can be very, very damaging for a business if that is happening, in any corporation.
Well, there are always going to be negative consequences of gossiping, right?
Yes.
So gossip, rumors, they destroy a person's self-confidence. And it affects their self-esteem, right? Yes. So if I'm not confident or my self-esteem is being affected, then that's going to lead to me not being able to be expressive or feeling not being free. Yeah. Or really, for me, I say safe.
I got you.
Like, people have to feel safe.
They do.
To have conversations with you,
I agree.
To be a part of your team, to be collaborating with you, to trust you with their whatever ideas, their thoughts. They have to feel safe. And I tell people all the time, like, if I don't feel safe with you or around you,
I'm not going to do it.
I'm not even going to be present.
I like that.
I'm not.
I like that.
Yeah, if I don't feel safe.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be down to, you can order some food and you look at it and the presentation don't make you feel safe.
Man.
Are you going to eat it?
It's definitely got to look good to you first. Because you're going to look at it. And if it don't look good, you're going to automatically say, oh, it don't taste good. That look nasty.
Yeah, but I think the danger of the consequences is that when people are continuously being talked about or behind their backs or just all of those things, it leads to depression.
Yes.
And suicidal thoughts, eating disorders, anxiety, and just a host of other issues.
Yeah. And we don't want people going through that. The unfortunate thing is we live in a society where some people wear their emotions on their sleeves. So literally you have to be careful because you don't know other people's triggers. You don't know exactly what will bring that person all the way down based off of what you said. Firstly, gossip is petty and it's childish. Gossiping regular shows poor restraint and a lack of consideration for others' feelings. By airing other people's dirty laundry to unrelated parties, you are subjecting them to humiliation and scorn.
Right.
It's an ugly thing, right?
It's ugly, and
it happens.
It happens a lot, and
I think
some things you can't. I think, how like you say, like sometimes you can't take some things back after you say them.
It's done.
After you release them,
done.
It's done, and people, I believe, are like incarcerated today, in the ground today, or severely hurt, damaged, life changed forever because you cannot ruin people's reputations. People's reputations, that's all they have.
That's all they have.
Like my reputation is what we have. People know you for this. So as soon as there is a rumor out that's the opposite of that, or that is not true, or that whatever, then now you run the risk of being alienated, like from your friends or your family. So you gossiping about something you don't even know what you're talking about, and you're ruining somebody's reputation, and they don't even know it.
They don't even know it.
That is the part that's
yes.
Effed up.
Oh yeah. You basically are embellishing the truth. You lying. It's a lot of lies in that gossip too.
I mean, so let's talk about, some people just gossip just to be gossiping because they have no life. They're miserable people, right?
I agree.
And let's say the gossip is just a flat out lie. Like they just made it up because they have some kind of issue or ought with this person.
I like that.
Right? Maybe this person hurt them in a way and they knew it, or they didn't know it, whatever it is. Some stuff is just made up.
Yeah.
Like they know it ain't true when they say it.
Know it ain't true when they say it.
But I think it's worse when somebody trusts you with some information that is true. You know what I mean? Like, I really need to talk to somebody about what I did or what I saw or how I feel.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing.
No, it's not.
And then you really don't think that this person gonna go tell anybody.
Yeah.
And they can't wait to go tell it. Or they look forward to sharing it. Them the gossiping people that I just can't.
I just recently went through something, and somebody carried something. They brought something to me that somebody said, right? And so I said to them,
was it fact?
Oh, it was fact.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, I already aired it out. So it didn't even matter what they had to say because I'm very transparent. So whatever they said, it didn't matter because I already told.
So did they think they was telling something nobody knew?
Yes, they thought that they was. In other words, the person that brought it to me, I thought they thought I was going to be affected by it. But
it was about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why is it going to affect me if you already know this about me and I've already told you this about me? You see what I'm saying? So for me, I've been able to disarm gossip because I'm very transparent. I don't really care what you think about me. So there is something that comes along with that gossip, and when you put it on certain people, like for me, gossip doesn't bother me because I'm transparent. And there may be many others who may be the same way, but then there's others like we're talking about. You have the suicidal thoughts, the depression, the other things that they're dealing with in their life that they can't obviously deal with, that is not true or that is not facts. So I went through that, but I said all that to say gossip affects everybody different. Now there's some, now there are some, like just what we said, we're not taking light of those who have mental issues, okay? Because mental awareness is, being aware of your mental illness or just what you said a few minutes ago, a safe place to be in, right? So we know that gossip affects everybody differently. And I just hate that we see people building their platforms off of gossip. But again, that's their right to do so.
Right. And especially, again, you have to add this money piece. Some people, at the end of the day, it's about what are they getting out of it. You don't do things, purposely. No. If you don't know what you're going to get out of it, or you haven't been, enlightened to, if I do this or if I say this, then I know this will happen, or this is what I'm hoping is going to happen, or like they're going to. Most people know the people that they're kind of gossiping about.
I'm with you.
So they already know how they gonna respond. So like for me, I hope people aren't gossiping about me. And if they are, it's good stuff. Like, ooh, girl, she bad. Ooh, girl, she did my makeup for my wedding. And I was
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, there could be good gossip, but we're talking about the bad gossip.
Yeah, but I'll say this too, though, before you, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'll say this too, though, Shantha. Just being transparent, I think we all have found ourselves in a situation where we've gossiped. Yeah. And I don't mean it to be like acting like we're being hypocrites while we talk about this.
Right.
We're just saying that in us being aware of some of the errors or mistakes that we probably have made in our life from gossiping, that, hey, listen, we can change this narrative real quick.
Right. We are all gossipers.
We are all
Let's just say that.
Let's just say that.
But remember, you're either gossiping about facts or rumors. Exactly. So I'm not going to sit on this microphone and say that I'm not a gossiper,
right,
to rumors or to hurt people or to try to whatever. However, if it's something to talk about, I need to tell you this because I really want your perspective on what I heard.
But you know what, though, Shantha? I think
it's still gossiping, though.
It is, but I feel like you do need that safe place, and hopefully you have a safe place where you can discuss that with somebody to get their perspective, and that person that you're saying it to, they don't do this.
Right. So, for example, I said when we get off the air today, I want to talk to you about something.
Absolutely.
So this is a personal thing that I'm going through.
I understand.
But if it's about somebody's business, and I talk to you about it,
I need to hold that.
We're quote unquote, in theory, in definition, we're gossiping because I'm sharing somebody's private, personal business with you. Now, I'm sharing it with you because I really, truly want your perspective on how my thought process is going about it, for you to say, you know what, I'm with you on that, or you know what, you need to go pray, or you know what, this ain't about you, or I'm gossiping, but I'm talking about something for a perspective. Not, I want to tell you this because I know you going to go tell this person. Right. That's all I'm saying.
From that perspective, I think that's safe. I think, if it's something you're dealing with, excuse me, and you don't have a clear guide on how to do something, I'll say this. You have to be very careful of who you say certain things to.
Who you're asking.
Who you're asking.
Right.
That question or whatever you want to divulge to that person,
Yeah, like I'm not going to ask what I want to talk about to somebody that's already miserable, or to somebody that's not going to be fair. Yeah. Like if I know that this person already got an issue with the person that I'm not going to ask them because they're going to be biased.
Exactly.
But if I want to talk to you about somebody that you don't know, that you have no, relation to, correlation to, relationship with, just to get a different perspective, I don't see that as being hurtful. Right. But if we're talking about the definition
of gossip,
it's still gossip, right?
Still gossip.
That's just being real.
No, I like that.
It's being real. So let's switch.
Come on.
Let's say, how do you put a stop?
I like it.
To gossip. Do you think people thinking about that?
No. Yeah.
Because how not to gossip?
According to this, right, it says, according to this, they're actually saying this from a psychological standpoint. They're saying it's harder yet more effective way to stop gossip. It's hard. Let me say that again. The harder yet more effective way to stop gossip is like this. How many people gonna do this? Turn it around by saying something positive about the person. I know you think Sarah is pretty crazy, but I have to tell you, she is an incredible parent.
See?
But how many people gonna do that though?
And then they be like, dang, you just messed up my energy. You just messed up the flow.
But guess what? It will stop it in its tracks. Be like, girl, I don't know nothing about this. But guess what? I heard they went over there and they did this right here and it was good.
Or it can even be more simple than that.
Come on.
Like I've stopped people like in their tracks. Now let's talk about it. I've been in the salon how many years? You know how many times I done had folk in my chair at the shampoo bowl. And they be like, girl, such. So it's a setup. As soon as they say, such and such. Oh, yeah. Set up.
It's on and popping.
So now it's up to me whether I'm going to say, yeah, or no, I don't. A lot of times I just be like, no, I don't know them.
Yeah.
Who? No. Especially as a professional hairstylist.
Absolutely.
So let me set this up for you real quick. What do you do? So I'm a professional hairstylist, right?
Okay.
Been it for years. And let's say I have a new client because the previous stylist has done something that has, pissed them off or they're not happy. And they be like, girl, she said this or she talked to me like this.
And you hear it all, I'm sure.
So do you know her? And I be like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And she could be in my Rolodex. I don't want to hear that. Like, whatever happened in that girl chair, in that girl salon, that's between you and her.
It's funny.
I'm not getting ready. But you know what they be wanting to say? Girl, I heard she do all her clients like that. Girl, I done had 4 of her clients come in here and say the same. That's what they be wanting.
That's what they want.
Because they want their feelings validated.
Yes.
Like, I get it. But you're not going to use me to do that.
No,
you know what I'm going to say?
No, girl.
How short? You want to tape it or you want the line? So that's how you stop the gossip. I can only stop the gossip in my situations, right?
I like that.
Like, you want to tape a lot, girl? You think you want some highlights? And then sometimes, you really have to check them. Yeah. I told her I wanted some highlights and she wouldn't do them. So I don't think she know how, or, they just be going off. And I'd be like, well,
she working in here.
And then I'll say, she probably wouldn't do them because I see breakage already. So if she would have highlighted your hair, you're probably not going to have any hair.
Ooh, shut it down.
So you just shut that down. Like, we don't have to talk about her because she was doing what she thought was,
absolutely,
in the integrity of your hair. So then you're not going to come to me because what's going to happen is now I'm going to highlight your hair and it's going to break off and fall out. And you're going to be at the next salon talking about how I made your hair fall out.
Absolutely.
So you got to stop it though.
Yes, you do.
You can just, like you say, you can deflect.
You can.
You can change the subject.
You can.
You can say something good about that person.
Yeah, you can.
But you can stop it.
Yeah, you can.
Or you can just simply be like,
Even if you know it's true, you'll sit back and be like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Listen,
go head on with that.
I don't want any of my former colleagues or professional people that I have worked with. If somebody told you that I said I didn't know you, I was stopping the gossip.
I wasn't
trying to be cute.
Even trying to.
I wasn't trying to act like I don't know you.
No.
I probably did know you, and I told them that I didn't.
It's funny that you was talking about the beauty parlor. And
it's going down.
We had that discussion before whether or not men gossip more than women. And when I think about it, the barbershop, it goes down.
You better know. I know.
There's gossip that men do too.
The shop.
It happens.
The barber. Come on.
And we gossip, and I guess we gossip differently, but it is damaging too.
Because listen, I worked in a barbershop, right?
Oh,
y'all gossip, but it be more about y'all be about in a whole knockdown, drag out fight about LeBron versus Jordan,
yes.
or Kobe versus LeBron.
Yes,
y'all get serious football season.
Oh yeah,
y'all gossiping about the players.
Yes,
truth or rumor, fact or rumor. All that kind of stuff. You gossiping though.
Yeah, you are gossiping.
You gossiping about people's children on the football field.
Yes, you are.
That Pop Warner,
that coach who get on your nerves.
Okay.
Man, he can't coach no football anyway.
Yeah, y'all gossiping.
So it's gossiping.
Absolutely.
And it's so crazy. We did that. I can't remember the percentage that we had, but it was. If you will look that up, it was who gossips more, men or women.
Let's get it.
So this is gonna be our little fun fact right here. Because
I wish we had a poll, a
live poll, right?
Who do y'all think gossips more?
Who gossips more?
Well, I remember the answer, but I'm going to give you the percentage.
Okay, give me the percentage. And
so
it's
anyway,
even Steven in here, so ain't nobody in here to...
Right. While I'm looking that up, you tell me an example where you stopped the gossip.
I just used that example a few minutes ago.
Oh, you said something positive.
I said something positive. I'd be like, oh, man, it might be true, man, but hey, man, we all got to...
I don't know him to be that way.
And I don't know him to be that way. I know him now. Mm-hmm. I know who he is now, bro. Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
Or it could be as simple as like, I don't know him to be that way.
Right.
Maybe it was something going on that day.
Right.
Because, we can have bad days.
Hey, man. My response sometimes is, hey, man, life. Life sometimes happens, man, and we make poor decisions in our life.
Right.
Hey, I understand where you come from, bro, but, hey, boy, I got some skeletons in my closet, too.
And?
Right.
And let's go to anybody's closet.
Yeah, let's go in anybody's closet. That will kill the gossip. It really would, Shantha, if you think about it. But some people still gonna do this. Boom, boom. They still gonna keep on pricking, boy.
I know.
Pricking for that information.
I know.
Yeah. And you may know. And you sitting back like, man... Bro, I told you I wasn't going to talk about that, man.
Well, here's the thing for me. And I know I'm a little different. I'm a different type of woman, person, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of things that I know. I don't want nobody to know I know.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, if you bring it up, I'm getting nervous. Like, oh, my God. Does she know that I know? Yeah, right. I'm nervous.
That part, too.
Yeah, let's keep it all the way real. There are things that I know or that I have seen about people. I don't want nobody to know I know, just so they don't ask me about it.
Don't be asking me about it. I've had people ask me about other people, and I'm like, man, I don't know, man.
I don't want nobody to know I know, because I don't want to talk about it.
I'm quick to say this, Shantha. Man, people grown, man.
Right.
If they made that decision, then they made that decision on their own, bro. Who am I to say anything about it?
Well, I just like to say, tend to your business.
Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing to do with it, bro.
Tend to I got so much business of mine to tend to. I really don't.
Whatever makes them happy.
I really don't.
And maybe that's fulfilling a
desire
or
to
making
know
them happy
about your business.
So
I'm gonna find that percentage in a minute.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go back to when you were saying that because you see yourself as a very transparent person.
Absolutely.
So it's really like nobody can really have nothing on you.
I mean, they probably can,
but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So I'm gonna take it a little further.
I ain't told it all now.
And nobody's told it all.
But
But you're not offended, right, by what people may have heard or know, because you don't
care.
Right. So further than that, like past being transparent.
Yeah.
I think at this 45th year of my life.
Come on here.
Even though I don't really be out in the streets doing nothing for nobody to really talk about.
Sure.
However, people can talk about whatever they want to talk about. What they think, what they heard.
Well, they'll do that.
What I did. But let's just say I did do something.
Okay.
That you didn't like, or that you were offended by, or that you just wasn't feeling it.
Right.
I really am to the point where if you want to gossip about it, if you want to tell somebody else about it, if you want to, but if you even think you want to approach me about it.
True.
I promise you, I am at the place where I'm like, and?
That's how I am too.
And what? My response is really like,
what you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You ain't gonna do nothing.
You better go pray.
Hey man,
about
you pray for me,
because
and
you
I'll pray
ain't
for
gonna
you.
do nothing.
You ain't gonna do
what
nothing.
can you do if you said to me?
I like that.
Seriously,
No,
you said
that's
to
real.
me,
I love it.
you was talking, I don't know, talking to somebody, or you said this, or I literally, I'm not even going to validate or confirm
There it is.
whether I did it or not. You know what I'm gonna say?
What you gonna say?
And what? That's just where I am. Like, I don't even have the energy. I don't even desire
Man.
to validate that for you. That's just not where I am, and I don't think I'm going back.
All
I
right.
literally am going to be like, so what
I'm
you going to
done
do
with
about it?
that.
Or what you want to do?
Yeah.
You know, I just got that T-shirt that said, I match energy. So go ahead, decide how we going to act.
Please do.
You decide.
I
I'm
don't
going to
get
match
it.
that. Yeah, like, come on.
I don't get it. We just gotta
What you
grow.
going to do about
We
it?
just got. They ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Nothing, because there's really nothing you can do.
Right. So it's pointless to even gossip about
Why are
it.
you even asking me?
That's just like when all that stuff what happened. You know, the incident that happened with Will Smith and Chris Rock. At the end of the day, what we really gonna do about it, Shantha?
Nothing.
I mean, at the end of the day, what are we gonna do about
It doesn't matter.
adults that make decisions that we may not agree with? What are we really going to do?
It is hard for me to understand daily
Yeah.
that I really, like, you can pray for me on this city land of
Come on.
podcast listeners. I really don't, I have no desire to care about anybody that don't care.
You got
For
so
me.
much, like you said earlier.
Like, seriously,
You got
like,
so much you dealing
nobody
with in a day.
cares. If you're not caring about what I care about, or like the concerns and the matters
Yeah.
that are to my heart, or that are affecting me daily in my life, I truly don't care about yours. So if we're talking about Jada and Will, if we're talking about whoever, I don't care. Because they don't care about Shantha and Jimmy.
They really don't. They care less, right?
And even if we bring it down like to our everyday life, you know, when people are so into, you know, like these pastors and churches and, you know, ministries and following people and pastor said and bishop said. And listen, if you have covering over your life, you know if they truly care about the well-being of your soul,
I agree.
your heart, and your life.
First of all, we ain't supposed to be trusting in no man, no way.
Anyway.
You gotta trust in God. He a man just like you. He getting his information
So
from
why
God.
are we caring about, now you know if Pastor find out, what he gonna do?
He gonna whoop me or something?
What Pastor gonna do?
No, he
Pastor better go pray.
He gonna pray for me or have that next sermon that
better go pray.
That's designed just for me.
So that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, man, I feel you.
You
on
gotta
that.
care for those who
gotta
care
care
for you,
for-
and you
yeah,
gotta
man.
not care when you know they
I
don't
like
care
that.
for you.
I like that.
Yeah, when you know they don't care for you.
Yeah. So you can live a healthy life, because if you get caught up in that gossip, there's a lot of toxic behavior that comes along with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to stay clear. Was you able to find that percentage?
I'm still looking.
You want me to go ahead and say it?
Well, go ahead.
All right, I'll go ahead.
I
and say it.
remember what the answer was.
I don't even want to say it, but it's true. These are facts here now, okay? So men on a whole, in this study, 33% of men indulge in gossip every day or almost daily, every day or almost every day. Compared with the percentage of women, is 26%.
Interesting.
That's very interesting. So men gossip more
Absolutely.
than women.
Yeah.
Which typically, that's not even supposed to be a character trait of men, but we do.
Y'all
Just
listen.
what you said. Like,
Yeah.
we in the barbershop, we talking about Tom Brady, talking about LeBron. We talking about all of this all day long, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a very, very
I think it's
interesting
interesting.
study, right?
I think maybe because you all listen more, you hear more, and you act like you don't hear it, but you hear it. You hear it. You hear it. You hear more. You hear more.
Yeah.
I have a husband
Yes,
that
girl,
hears everything.
We hear everything, and
Yeah.
we know how to tune out real good too.
But you're really not tuning it out.
Nope,
We
we
just put
still
it in your
hear-
pocket. Okay. I have so many pocket homies. Oh, so you put that in your pocket? I didn't even think you remembered that. Oh, no. They be like, you remember when you said such and such?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It comes out, don't it? And you be saying, well, I thought you wasn't listening.
You held on to that? Dog. I didn't think I said that to you. I thought I was talking to somebody else. He was like, no, you was talking to me.
You was talking to me.
I put that in my pocket. I said, okay.
I just kept it there.
Right.
That was his arsenal right there.
So I found some interesting.
Come on.
I love interesting things.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So as we're talking about gossiping and whatever, men, women.
Yes.
There are gossip quotes.
No way.
Yes.
Are they bad or good?
Well, actually, I bet you've heard some of them.
Come on, give it to me.
The most popular?
The most popular gossip.
I know you've heard this one.
Okay, go ahead.
So, since we're talking about men.
Okay.
Right? Men gossiping more.
Now, I want y'all to know she threw a hand up at me. Y'all can't see her.
Men, as I point. I'm going to take it all the way back.
Come on with it.
To Socrates. Oh. Now, you know.
Oh, now you know he has.
If Socrates had something to say about. Guess what Socrates said?
What'd he say?
I don't even think you know this was Socrates.
I didn't. Go ahead. What'd he say?
Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. And weak minds discuss people. That was Socrates.
Yeah.
The tag on that is gossip. Hello. How about this one?
Come on.
Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. That go back to what I just said, didn't it?
That goes
and
right
what you,
back to
and what and what you gonna do?
Come on, give me one more. We're gonna close out.
Okay.
I want y'all to know y'all getting y'all quotes for today.
Right. Okay.
So put them in your pocket.
So the how we really could close this out is, we want to bring solutions, right? We want to bring healing to people.
Yes.
Even if you are a gossiper, you don't have to be. Right?
Come on.
You can stop it.
Come on.
And these are just a few ways.
Give them to us.
You stop gossip by practicing humility. Right?
Good one.
So, speak as little as possible of oneself. To mind one's own business. Not to want to manage other people's affairs. To avoid curiosity. To accept contradictions and correction cheerfully. To pass over the mistakes of others. To accept insults and injuries. To accept being slighted, forgotten, and disliked. To be kind and gentle even under provocation. And never to stand on one's dignity. To choose always the hardest. Guess who said that?
Who said it?
Mother Teresa.
I love it. So listen, I hope that we have said something on today that can help you become a better you.
That's right.
So on this episode of the Ross Cloud Podcast, we wanted to take some time to talk about gossip. And I'm sure you got some jewels out of this conversation. Won't you agree, Shantha?
Absolutely.
So listen, this is the Ross Cloud Podcast. I'm your host, Car.Ross Sr.
I'm Shantha Caldwell.
Make it a great day and keep being great. Peace.